Hey, do you struggle playing freely once you go into competition compared to practice and not fully trust in your skills? Hi, I'm Dr. Patrick Cohn. I'm continuing my series on the top 10 confidence killers for athletes. Today we're going to talk about what you can do to have more trust in your skills so that you can gain more confidence in your skills as well. It's a cyclical relationship, and we'll talk about that in this video. You're watching Sessions with Doc. So I want to talk a little bit about the difference between confidence in your skills and trust in your skills so we know what we're talking about. Confidence, as we've defined earlier in the series, is a belief in your ability to execute your skills. It precedes your performance. Before you step into that batter's box, you know that you can execute your skills. Before you execute that point in tennis, you know you can execute your skills. You know you can win that point. So that's the simple part. Trust in your skills is a totally different concept, and it has to do with you playing freely, you playing athletically, and letting it happen. The technical definition that I use is letting go of consciously controlling your skills and allowing your skills to be run off from muscle memory, or what I call motor memory, right? Muscles don't have memory. It's your motor system that has memory, but I use muscle memory because coaches relate that to athletes quite a bit. So through repetition in practice, you develop that muscle or that motor memory, which you're able to go out and trust it in competition. All right, so what's the problem here? When athletes play safe, they play tentative, they play not to lose, they go out and they're not trusting their skills fully. They're playing in a way that doesn't mimic what they're doing in practice because of fear of failure, worrying about what others think, not playing up to their expectations. Many different things are related to this concept of lack of trust. So how are you going to do a better job of going out there and playing freely and playing athletically in competition? All right, so if you play freely, what's going to happen is you're going to gain more confidence in that if you trust in your skills. If you gain more confidence, that's going to ping your trust. So it's a cyclical relationship, as opposed to if you know you're playing safe and tight and tentative and not trusting your skills, that has the opposite effect on confidence. That's going to hurt confidence. So we want to get that moving in the right direction, right? That cyclical relationship between confidence and trust. How do you do that? Well, first and foremost, you have to go out there and let go of the fear of the outcome. Trust doesn't operate in a vacuum. If you're afraid of disappointing parents, you're afraid of letting down a coach or teammates, that's going to hold back the trust. In addition, you have to stop focusing on not making mistakes. Call it play to not lose. I'm sure you've heard that concept. Instead, you want to focus on executing your game plan and doing what you know how to do instead of trying to avoid. I call it the avoidance mindset, right? If you have the avoidance mindset, you're going to play safely. Next, define what it means in your sport to play with trust. In tennis, we call it swinging out on the ball, swinging freely. Don't go out and push it. So right from the start of competition, right from the start of that match, you have to let it go and swing freely. Bob Rotella used to say, and I mentored under Bob Rotella in the early 90s, late 80s. I did my PhD there with Bob. Great experience. He would say, you don't know how good you can be until you fully trust in your skills. So go out and trust it and see how good it is. If it's not good enough, then you go back to the drawing board. So I always remembered that concept that Bob Rotella used to talk about. Very, very important. Define what that means for yourself. In tennis, it means I'm going to go in there hard and be aggressive on those 50-50 balls. Or I'm going to trust my skills on that 1v1. In tennis, we talked about it swinging freely. In baseball, it's a similar concept. On the mound, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to see the pitch I want. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to guide it or steer it over the plate. So that's another step that you have to do. But the bottom line, what I want you to think about is how can you play more athletically freely and let it happen when you go perform. In order to do that, you can't worry about mistakes, losing, or what others think. So there's a lot that goes into this particular concept. Hope that helps, and I'll see you in the next video. For now, if you want to jump over to peaksports.com and check out our coaching programs, or there you can download a free report as well. Thanks for watching. If you want to be notified when we upload more mental training videos just like this one, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on my picture in the upper right-hand corner of this video. We've teed up 2 more mental training videos for you to check out today. Please visit our website if you want to learn more about mental training.